Ace man, get it on. Hey, it's Dan. I got a bone to pick with you, brother. Your coverage and your talking points of Renee Good and Alex Preddy, totally wrong. Renee Good was driving a Honda Pilot. That's an SUV. Alex Preddy kicked the light out of a Ford Expedition. It's not a minivan. It's not a Suburban. Thought you were a car guy. Just giving you shit. Love you. Bye.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
I got the cars wrong.
How dare you, sir?
Pilot is, it's not a minivan, you're right. Suburban Expedition. Kind of close, but
It's
you're
like-
right. He's
It's
right.
more of a minivan than the Tesla. Remember when Elon was like, oh, the Tesla, like whatever it is going to fit 6 people, and it's going to be like our version of a minivan. I'm like,
the Gull Wing or the Hawk Wing or something. It was originally the Mercedes made a Gull Wing sports car back in the day, and so he called it something other than a Gull Wing. Maybe it's the Hawk, whatever. All right. What do you got for news?
we got some news. So, Adam Schiff, Senator Shifty Schiff.
Good dude.
Love the sarcasm there. Unfortunately, a senator of our great state of California, he walked right into a rhetorical trap set by your buddy Bill Maher over the weekend. I feel like we should just play the clip. So Schiff was there talking about how horrible Donald Trump is and criticizing him, and then this moment happened.
This statement from the administration: the president had the constitutional authority to direct the use of military force because he could reasonably determine that such use of force was in the national interest. That's too vague for you?
Totally vague.
Okay, because that's from Obama about Libya.
Well, Obama made the argument.
All right, no pause. It's like it's really kind of first off, I hate hyperbole. More than the heat of a billion suns. I hate hyperbole. More than being ground under the boot of the biggest man on the planet, I hate hyperbole.
Okay.
I hate hyperbole more than any father ever hated the man who executed his son in cold blood. I hate hyperbole. You understand how much I hate hyperbole?
I think I got it. Can you give me one more example?
More than passion fruit iced. No, that's too far. I don't hate it more than that. More than passion fruit iced tea, which, by the way, is gone away. It came.
You don't like passion fruit?
Nobody likes passion fruit.
What?
Nobody knows what passion fruit actually is.
Also known as lilikoi?
First off, it's flavorless.
That's not true.
It's flavorless.
You haven't had a ripe one.
It's just pulp. It's just like white paper pulp. It's what they make notebook paper out of.
Clearly have not had a ripe one before.
Look, first off, spare me your euphemisms with your, have you tried the Honey Crisp apples? Oh, shut the fuck up. It's a green apple that tastes like shit. No, this is Honey Crisp sugar apple.
Okay. But back to hating hyperbole.
Fucking ruined iced tea. You want to know the greatest moment of my life?
Arnold Palmer's?
It ruined 2 drinks.
Oh, you don't like Arnold Palmer's?
No, but passion fruit iced tea ruined iced tea and the Arnold Palmer. Oh. Because now an Arnold Palmer with passion fruit tastes like shit. It tastes like you put potpourri in a gym sock and just dunked it in warm water. That's what fucking... You want to know the greatest moment of my life?
What?
People talk about, what about the birth of your twins? I go, top 7. Oh, what about winning the Toyota Grand Prix? Like, it's good. There's lots of moments. Well, star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Fine.
Kinda cool, yeah.
But not as good as this moment. Not as good as the moment when I was across the street in Mid-Wilshire at Calendars, which it was Marie Calendars, but they upscaled it and they called it Calendars.
Okay.
And I was eating lunch there after work at Kayla Sachs, and I was sitting at the table, and the waitress came by and she went, I go, could I have an iced tea? We have iced tea, yeah. But do you have regular iced tea? We have passion fruit iced tea. I go, well, yeah, but do you have regular iced tea? No, we don't have regular iced tea. We have passion fruit iced tea. I go, why wouldn't you just have regular iced tea and passion fruit iced tea? But this is just passion fruit iced tea. I want iced tea.
Yeah.
we have passion fruit iced tea. I go, what happened that we got rid of iced tea and replaced it with passion fruit iced tea? Who wants this? Who wants passion fruit iced tea over regular iced tea if you're ordering iced tea? And she goes, most of our customers prefer passion fruit iced tea, and literally like an angel from heaven. Like did you see Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah.
Remember when Tom Hanks was on the bridge and he was about to be blown up by the crowds?
Yep.
And it was just, everyone was going to die. And then a P-51 Mustang just sailed right over his head and took those Krauts right out with their 40 millimeter cannon. Mm-hmm. This angel at a table next to mine, as this woman was explaining to me, as the waitress was explaining to me that most people like passion fruit, she goes, oh, hold on, excuse me. Is it passion fruit iced tea? And the waitress, yes, we do. And she goes, oh, cancel my order. I thought it was regular. I go, another satisfied customer. It was so glorious. It was glorious. It was like I paid the woman to sit 2 tables next to me and interrupt her discussion about how much everyone loved iced tea.
And you
passion fruit iced tea.
You love hyperbole, or you hate hyperbole even more than that?
He does this thing, and Elizabeth Warren does it all the time.
Yes.
She'll go, I went and listened to the Joint Chiefs of Staff and Pete Hegseth talk about the plan for the war. Total chaos. They have no plan.
Yeah, it's worse than you think it is.
It's horrible. They basically said their plan was to take military people and light them on fire and then just drop them in. And I don't know what and it's like, that's not what was said in that meeting at fucking all. You lie. That's all you do is lie. All he does is lie. This guy lied all the way through Russian collusion hoax, and nobody cared.
And also told us that Hunter Biden's laptop was a conservative conspiracy theory, and all the other things.
And yes, no one ever really grills him on it. But anyway, he's a dope.
He says that it's really vague, the statement from the Obama.
Totally vague.
Okay.
Right.
Totally vague.
Totally vague. All right. He's just a partisan hack. That's fine.
So I love that Don Lemon was sitting there too.
Yeah.
And probably like, thank God he didn't do that to me.
Yeah.
All right. So partisan hack, Adam Schiff. We're not surprised there. So speaking of more partisanship, on one side, of course, not the other, Jesse Jackson's funeral was over the weekend. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because his family had asked people to, hey, let's not keep this political, or let's keep this apolitical, I think. Mm-hmm. The memorial service was outside of the Rainbow Push Coalition headquarters in Chicago, and 2 lifelong Democratic ex-presidents were kind of upset him. He talked about Obama, Biden, and Clinton. But first, let's show the before of what he asked, how he started the day asking people to behave.
Do not bring your politics out of respect to Reverend Jesse Jackson and the life that he lived to these homegoing services. Right. Come respectful and come to say thank you. But these homegoing services are welcome to all. Democrat, Republican, liberal, and conservative, right wing, left wing, because his life is broad enough to cover the full spectrum of what it means to be an American.
Yeah.
Okay, so he said that, and then afterwards, Obama said that there was a new assault on our democratic institutions, of course, hinting at Trump a lot. He also said that, quote, we are told by those in high office to fear each other and turn on each other, and that some Americans count more than others, and that some don't even count at all.
I know, Biden played it.
Biden doubled down and was bashing the Trump administration for not sharing, quote, any of the values that they have. Apparently,
what values does Biden have? I'm unaware of this. Get your son rich at Ukraine. Come on, big fella.
Yeah.
Your values are enriching your family through connections in government. Those are your values, as best I can tell.
So, and then Clinton, however, this is according to TMZ, kicked politics to the curb during his speech and talked about his warm relationship with Jesse Jackson. And then after all of that, Jesse Jackson Jr.
By the way, I feel like Bill Clinton is not down with most of the horse shit.
Right.
Obama,
he's a little more old-fashioned.
Obama's horrible and his wife's horrible, but Clinton seems a little more old school and sort of normal. Like, he gets it.
It's actually quite interesting when you go back. Like, I mean, I was a kid at the time, but like reading history and listening to podcasts and stuff on it, how the Democrats were doing really, really poorly. And then William Jefferson Clinton came along and was able to turn politics on its head and kind of moderate himself and have broader appeal. And it was a big deal when he ran and won his gubernatorial race in Arkansas. And then that's also why like feminists and liberals were like, well, let's just not talk about the sexual assault allegations and rape things that women said about him, because they knew that he was the Democrats' best hope to kind of flip the national narrative of like what a liberal was. So I think you're right. I think that he, even though I think he's a cad, broadly is not down for this kind of crazy woke.
No. By the way,
squad
he of all
type
people,
stuff.
No, not he. I would love, be the greatest thing ever is just put a little secret recording device on the coffee table, give him a couple of beers and ask him what he thinks of AOC, and watch that guy just go nuts.
I mean, he'd probably think she was hot.
Oh, yeah. No, that for sure.
But then like talk about how crazy she is.
Yeah.
So anyway, Jesse Jackson Jr., after all of the former presidents spoke, called them all out, not just Obama and Biden. That's what he had to say.
I listened for several hours of 3 United States presidents who do not know Jesse Jackson. He maintained a tense relationship with the political order, not because the presidents were white or black, but the demands of our message, the demands of speaking for the least of these, those who were disinherited, the damned, the dispossessed, the disrespected, demanded not Democratic or Republican solutions, but demanded a consistent, prophetic voice that at no point in time ever sold us out as a people. And it speaks volumes about who the Reverend Jesse Jackson was. Our message has already been delivered today. I can see it all over my mother's face. Rise, Jesse, rise. Give Jonathan Jackson another great round of applause for delivering our family message to the world.
What? Hold on. What's the son do? Does he preach too?
I don't know.
He seems like he does some preaching.
I mean, it's clearly genetic. But it's interesting that, so of course people on the right are like, yay, he slammed Obama and Biden. And then people on the left are kind of pissed about him slamming Obama and Biden. And then you have people that are fans of Jesse Jackson and his style and his tactics that are like, okay, yes, he needs to call out his own. I feel like I have mixed feelings on all of this, because if Jesse Jackson wasn't political, then how come he literally ran as a Democrat when he ran for president of the United States and only aligned himself with the Democratic Party, including the 3 Democratic presidents that spoke at his funeral? Like, George W. Bush wasn't there.
Yeah, and he was a race hustler, too.
Well, along with the money laundering whatever it was, the stealing money and moving money around allegedly, and claiming he was there when MLK was assassinated.
Claiming he was by his side.
Like holding his hand as he died.
Yeah. I love when people do that.
But it's always been political.
Jesse Jackson Jr. was a politician, so it says he resigned after getting caught stealing.
The son was too?
Funds, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Jesse Jackson Jr., the son, was a politician and I guess got busted.
Wow.
That's why we need more people of color in positions of power. I've told that story many times. But that would solve... Oh, wait a second. All right, so anyway, got caught stealing stuff. Anyway, he's a good dude. His dad's a good dude. Everyone's a good dude.
I think
Except they just steal shit. And we don't share Biden's values of enriching our family through barista and other oil entities in Ukraine. Okay, so those are his values.
Sounds like the Bidens and the Jacksons have the same kind of value.
We don't share their values because...
So therefore, to your point of like people of color in power, it's a white people problem too.
Yes.
Turns out nepotism and... bribery.
It's a human being. And women, more women than I'd ever thought. I never thought women would engage in all this corruption and all this shit, too. I really didn't. Well, to be fair...
As much as you love women.
As much as I love women.
And are willing to blame a lot of things on us.
We didn't think a black quarterback could work in the NFL, but it's because we never had a black quarterback.
Yes.
And then once we got black quarterbacks, we went, oh, yeah, okay. And that's how I feel
Turns out they can throw and run
I feel that
and
way
manage
about
the
black
team.
women in corruption. Like, turns out they never had the opportunity to rip off taxpayers. They were working. Then we voted them in. And now it turns out they rip off everyone too.
They can do it too.
Yes. So they have. I'm giving you a
but Nancy
compliment.
Pelosi's been doing it longer.
Right, but she's not a woman of color. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. So I'm saying that it's not just people of color in power.
I wish I could argue. No, they're new to the party. But turns out they're good. Like quarterback in the NFL. Turns out they're good at it.
You mean all of us have fallen?
Yes.
Have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God.
I love the Nancy Pelosi like school of arguing, like when people would say to her, and I wish I could argue this way, when she goes, someone will go like, when you entered as a young freshman senator, your net worth was $5, now you're worth $50 billion, and people are talking about insider trading. Well, it didn't happen, and that's that. Okay. Well, moving on.
And then they're like,
I wish I could do that.
What's your favorite Haagen-Dazs flavor?
Triple chocolate fudge. I have my 2 walk-in freezers here. Yeah. Can I tell you? All right, give me another news story.
Another news story.
I'll tell you a piece of news.
Did you see how New York City Mayor Mamdani's wife, surprise, surprise, was revealed by her friends over at the Free Press? You like Barry over there.
Sure.
Unlike the CBS newsroom, we like Barry.
Yeah, Mike says her name is Bari, but go ahead.
I know it's Barry.
I know, but he says it's Bari.
Okay. Oh, but Mike also says a lot of things that are wrong.
He mispronounces people's names and then wants you to live with it. And
including mine.
Right. And I always go, just pronounce it the right way, and then we could move on.
All right. Well, I'd love to know how he says Mamdani's wife's name.
Oh, my God.
Rama Duwaji? She allegedly liked a February 2024 Instagram post claiming that the New York Times coverage and investigation of the sexual violence that occurred during the October 7th attack was quote unquote fabricated.
She liked that.
She liked that post. The report added to a series
Thank God the Times are doing the real investigative journalism. I love it. Well, it's so weird because it depends on what side of the political aisle on, because they're trying to convince their readers that this guy's raping that person if they hate that guy. But if they're fans of that guy, then they're saying it's not going on, which is weird and sad. Yeah. But anyway.
So apparently, did you know that she's from Houston? She was a Houston-born illustrator who identified as Syrian, and of course married Mamdani in early 2025 at his family's fancy estate. And they had the very glamorous photos and everything. So she's facing a lot of renewed scrutiny after a report that she liked this social media post, along with many other insane things. Like one of the texts that she liked said, breaking the walls of apartheid and military occupation, resisting apartheid since 1948, along with the slogan that systemic change for collective liberation. She had a lot of other stuff. She liked things that included the, Antifa message of from the river to the sea.
Yeah. She's a delight.
All these things. So his response to this got Meghan McCain and many other people with family members in politics perturbed, because they're like, oh, so she gets to be treated different now? Let's take a look.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Mayor. You should have a chance, I think, to respond to this. It's an off-topic question. I'd like to know what your reaction was to the article in the Jewish Insider that was posted about your wife's social media activity. And what I'm wondering is, you're an elected official. She is not. Is it anybody's business?
All right,
and
pause
is it fair
this.
to
By the way, this is not journalism.
No, it isn't.
By the way,
It's a lead. It's such a leading. It's like such a softball.
I'm from the Softball Free Press. Isn't it true that your wife did nothing wrong because while you're an elected official, she is a humble Houstonian with a heart of gold who may have mistakenly liked a couple of controversial tweets, but that's okay, right? That's not journalism, you fucking pussy. Who's the pussy that asked this question,
I actually
by the way?
don't even know.
Okay, well, go back 10 seconds just because it's funny, the softball.
You should have a chance, I think, to respond to this. It's an off-topic question. I'd like to know what your reaction
You should have the
was
chance.
to the article in the Jewish Insider that was posted about your wife's social
on.
media
It wasn't even the
activity.
Jewish Insider.
I'll take my answer in the form of muffins. Thank you. Well, you look good with that beard, don't you?
By the way, it wasn't even the Jewish Insider. The original report came from the Free Press.
Right.
I feel like the guy's like trying, one, not to give them credit, and two, be like, the Jews talked
Yeah.
about how horrible your wife is. Would you like to respond, sir?
Yeah, all right. We'll play it. I'm
have a
from
chance, I think, to
Town, USA. Go ahead.
Respond to this. It's an off-topic question. I'd like to know what your reaction was to the article in the Jewish Insider that was posted about your wife's social media activity. And what I'm wondering is, you're an elected official. She is not. Is it anybody's business, and is it fair to question you about it?
My wife is the love of my life, and she's also a private person who has held no formal position on my campaign or in my city hall. I, however, was elected to represent all 8.5 million people in this city, and I believe that it's my responsibility, because of that role, to answer any questions about my thoughts and my policies and my decisions.
All right, so no answer.
My grandmother used to say pillow talk?
Yeah,
Like pillow talk matters.
I just tweeted out, she hates Jews privately and he hates Jews publicly. And that's why they're a dynamite team. They both fucking hate Jews. By the way,
And they're okay when you have dynamite and throw it at
every
at
woman
New
I've
Yorkers,
ever been
apparently.
with, they fucking disagree with everything I say. Who are these guys? It's like you can find the one Jew hater from Houston and marry her. You know what I mean?
Maybe there's a matchmaking service.
Oh,
Do you
no
think?
Jews. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's the opposite of Aliyah.
Yeah.
It's-
Like they have farmers or whatever. What's the
Farmers only.
Yeah.
It was, right? It's farmers only.
Zionists only. I don't know.
In their case, it'd be anti-Zionist.
This is weird thing. Like she tries to do it, he tries to do it, the squad tries to do it. Ilhan Omar. It's like, listen. Everything that comes out of your mouth is hatred for Jews, but
Yes.
you keep explaining that you don't have any hatred for Jews. Well, pardon me if I don't believe you because of all the things you say.
And do.
And do.
And do.
Now,
It's
by
not
the way,
just the words. Like the words do matter. I believe that words do matter, but the doing is more matter.
also,
That was really bad grammar.
I don't claim this about Robert Kennedy Jr.
Yes.
or Cheryl Hines or tons of people because they don't say what you say. I mean, I don't like Bill Clinton, but I don't think he hates Jews. I don't know. He doesn't seem to say anything about it. You guys keep saying something about it, and then when people bring it up, you want to know why we're bringing it up.
But I think the bigger frustration here, and like I said, Meghan McCain and other people like whose family members and spouses and parents have been in the public eye are like, hold up. Yes, she is the first lady of the largest city in the country. And if you guys are going to criticize, I remember Barbara Walters asking Ann and Mitt Romney if they were really virgins when they got married. And for some reason, that was hard-hitting news that needed to be asked of the GOP candidate and his wife, right? Or Melania Trump wears a camo jacket that says, I don't care. And there's thought pieces for weeks on what the first lady of the United States thinks. So why is it only when it's one side of the aisle it matters what the spouse does or does not think, but then Zoran gets to go up there and his wife gets a pass because one, it was Jew hatred, and two, they're liberals?
Yes, that's correct. You've answered your own question in your question.
Can we just,
you heard the way the guy asked the question, right?
so
Obviously,
leading.
it's a liberal press.
Yeah.
And listen, you don't have to be political, but if you'd like to insert yourself into these events, then you've made yourself political by liking these tweets.
I will say the family members that can be totally kept out of it is I always think that kids should be left out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Bush daughters, the Obama girls, like Trump kids. I feel
Tim
like
Walz's daughter deserves whatever the fuck she gets.
She came out publicly, and
God,
she's
what a
over
shit.
18, and she made herself a surrogate for the campaign,
Yes.
and she's the one that
She
posted
did
these
it,
things and wrote the
but
things.
I would not remove her.
When they're minors,
Yes, I
That's
agree.
different. Off-
I agree.
off-
So what
off the
did
table.
Meghan McCain say?
she was
Sorry.
just kind of, I should read it because she was real pissed about it. She was like, oh, excuse you, like all of the shit that her mom got.
Right.
Pretty much
Mm-hmm.
when John was running for office.
Mm.
R.I.P. Hang on. Now I have to pull it up and find it.
Oh, you don't have to. I
No.
just know she was fired up. All right, you got another story, or should I tell you about something?
Oh, I mean, do you want to
What
talk
is your
about
next story?
My next story is how in the fresh hell did this woman get an AR-15 to shoot up Rihanna's mansion? Sorry, not Melania.
I didn't know that one.
So there's these really scary details. Authorities are working to determine a motive. That a source told the Post over the weekend that Rihanna and her partner, A$AP Rocky, did not know much and that they were in the dark as to why this happened. Over the weekend, a woman fired several shots with the AR-15 at the LA mansion of pop star Rihanna, with one bullet piercing a wall of the home and apparently like scattering bullets around the whole neighborhood. And it, by the way, what's even crazier is it was in the frickin' middle of the day. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They
Gotta
quit
be
the
Ring
LAPD.
doorbell footage of it, right?
The LAPD quickly responded and took the female suspect into custody. And they're all okay. Nobody was injured. Rihanna was there, but A$AP Rocky was not there. And he and Rihanna apparently have no idea why their home off of Coldwater Canyon was the result of this attack. I just want to know, as a 2A loving person, how the heck did this lady get an AR in the state of California?
Yeah, maybe she drove it in from Texas or something.
Right?
Women are going nuts.
Yeah.
Men
think?
have, but to be fair, like the black politician, they're catching up to men who have always been.
Men were
This
more
way.
public facing, so now women get to catch up with
Yes.
your nuts.
Wait, what is this clip? Oh, this is the shooter.
Oh wow, we have and she's
has a-
holding a Bible.
She has a manifesto.
Oh, shame, girl, shame.
All right.
Listen, Rihanna, when you die, God is taking me to my future. You want to kill me. Shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, she's a witch. She's a witch. I'm a watchman. She's a witch. Get that stupid girl out of here, okay? They can't do this. They can't do this. That's why you got Rihanna over there all jealous.
Hold on. Still smarter than anything I've ever heard on The View. So far. But let's keep going.
Because how am I? Because her faith is the devil. Rihanna's faith is the devil, okay? I don't like her, and she's always trying to steal from me. And she has not ever put out any music to reach people. She only did her little music thing so that she can do witchcraft.
Oh,
And
so she's
that
one of
she can
these.
steal from people. So everybody, please, don't listen to her. Don't follow her. Don't give that girl any air, space, or time, because she's stealing from you. Okay? She's stealing from you. So you guys need to wake up and don't give that girl any attention. They want to come over here and steal my thoughts.
That's Satan. He just wants to kill something beautiful. Just like his Rihanna.
Did nobody watch these videos and like maybe
So even
report
though the
her to
devil and
local law
Rihanna
enforcement?
are
I don't
very
know
loud.
if when she released this
God and Jesus Christ.
stuff.
When did
Or
this come
doing
out,
something?
Chuck? Do we know? Like, this is insane. I feel like this lady needed a wellness check called on her.
Well,
She's clearly believing some insane online conspiracy theories.
all videos are trending right now as it is an evolving situation.
Yeah.
So we don't.
Because, like, they originally didn't know who it was. And now they've clearly caught this gal.
You know what you want? You want to be like Rihanna. You know what you want people to do?
What?
You want a job. Rihanna's a billionaire, right? Rihanna is a billionaire who made her billions with her cosmetic company.
Yes, not even her music.
this is what you want. This is what you want in life. Like, here's what you want for your child.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You want people to go, you want to be a very famous something. Singer, comedian, actor, right? And we all know that you've sold millions of records and been in box office blockbusters and sold out Madison Square Garden like 10 times. And then you want someone to go, you know where he made his real money? That's the greatest thing ever. Because you go,
like when you're powerful enough that there's a conspiracy theory about you.
No.
No?
Well, is her cosmetic line a conspiracy
No.
theory?
I'm saying that people tend to go back to the Jews, right?
No.
People only hate people when they're famous enough that they can think that they're the victim.
Here's what you want for your son.
Okay.
I said you want it for your child.
Yeah.
It's not a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
She made most of her money off of cosmetics.
Yes.
But she's known as a singer.
For sure.
But you want
I'm
people...
totally confused. I need another cup of coffee.
You want...
You want people to know you for...
You want this for your son. People go, George Clooney, that guy's an Academy Award winning actor. Yeah, but you know where he made all his money? And then you go, the booze.
Got it.
Or the thing, which means you're fucking double successful. Because not only you Rihanna, who's sold millions of records and made millions of dollars selling records, but the real success is another thing.
It's a secondary thing.
It's a second thing.
And sometimes you know what it is about a celebrity and sometimes you don't.
Right.
Like
what you want for your son, what's your son's name?
Oh, well, I don't say it publicly because people are assholes that say I should have aborted my children. But it's a really good name. It's an old man name. I'll give you that hit.
Hezekiah.
Yep.
Okay. What you want people saying about Hezekiah is people go, you think Hezekiah made all his money selling out Madison Square Garden?
No.
Commercial real estate.
Exactly.
That's what you want. And then you go, my God, because we know he's already rich from this one thing, but now he owns half of Toluca Lake. That's what you want.
I thought you were trying to say that you want to be famous enough that there are conspiracy theories about how you became rich and famous.
Right. But you somehow gleaned that from my bringing that up. I said, Rihanna is a famous singer, but she's a billionaire from her cosmetic line.
Yep.
Which is what you want.
I wonder if there's a listener to this podcast that has a child named Hezekiah. Because I don't think
You said that was your boy's name.
Like, I've never...
Oh, another. Yes.
Another.
Jessica Alba.
Oh, the Honest Company, right? Is she the Honest Company?
Yes.
Yep.
Ryan Reynolds with Mint Mobile. But I don't know. Like, Jessica Alba's true, but she wasn't like Rihanna... money actress famous. She was famous, but I don't know if she raked in billions as an actress. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes, fine examples. But the whole point is much money as Rihanna made singing, she made twice as much with her cosmetics.
Good for her.
Which is crazy. I know you're into, I don't know, what we call them, conspiracy theories? Theories? I don't know.
Coincidence theories.
Coincidence theories. I got to tell you, I would say if you asked me pre-COVID about any of these things, I'd be like, no. Mm-hmm. After COVID, I'm like, okay, all right. I'm much closer to the tinfoil hat wearing. I tell people I don't have a tinfoil hat; it's a tinfoil yarmulke. It's not as big as a hat, but it's still made out of foil and it's still in my head. And now I'm just starting to realize everything seems to be about money. Everything's just like follow the money. Everything ends up just being money.
Money and control.
In control.
People in power, they spend all their time doing things that will keep their power. No one wants to lose their power. So whatever it takes to keep the power, it's just the human condition. And it seems like this world is run by evil forces. It doesn't seem like good people in control of the world. It seems like it's evil.
I'm always trying to sort of negotiate that in my head. Like when I sort of think about politicians and people, like, is George Soros evil, or does he just have a way of looking at life that's sort of different than I might look at life? Or even like Gavin Newsom, like he's been in here. I've interviewed him. He has a 10-cent head, and he's kind of sociopath, but is he bad? Like, is he evil? Or does he just have a bunch of fucking ideas that end up causing very negative outcomes, Because at a certain point, people get killed with shit policy, but I can't figure out like what's the end game? Like, because they end up kissing their kids goodnight every night. They're family oriented and they like music. And what is it? Who is evil? Like, who are we talking about here? And there's people that people on the left think Trump is evil, and then people on the right think Obama's evil. But are they evil? Like, everyone has kids and wants to drink a glass of wine and watch a sitcom like at night. Like, what is it?
I think it's just a combination of a couple things: keeping your power, money. There could be a lot of compromising going on and blackmailing going on. That's how you can take a good guy who loves his family, loves his kids, but man, he got caught in some stuff and now he's got shit on him and now he's got to fucking listen to what they say. That's generally how you would run an organization that was built on acquiring as much power as possible. Just like you take it down to street level, that's how gangs run. Gangs. Like, if you want to join a gang, in a general sense, you're going to have to do something really bad that they have something on you. Like, if you kill someone and they see that you got a body on you now, they could trust you now. Mm-hmm. They know because you got a body. And what are you going to do? You're going to tell on us? You got a body. So I think there's a lot of that. It's just mafia stuff, like mafia tactics. I think like the way the cartel runs in Mexico and in the United States too, I think there's a bigger cartel that is using the same style of tactics.
So you think of like the Obamas, and you just go, what's going on? Like, they have money, they have power, they have influence. But the weird thing about a lot of these people is I never hear them saying certain things. Like, it'd be great if both Obamas just said, listen, we're not living in a racist country. Now everyone get the fuck to work. It's fine. It's an even playing field. Like, let's all do this. You don't have to worry about that. But they never do. It's always just sort of hustle. Like, it's always the same conversation I hear from them.
Yeah, but it's the people that are in power. There's a reason why they're in power. They have a job to do. And if they didn't want to do the job, they would not be in power. So the people with the power in this world, they're really smart. They know how to manipulate the masses with psyops. There's psyops going on all the time. And the news is basically just propaganda.
Well, yeah. I mean, take something like COVID. Like, I knew something was going on. So I knew something was wrong with COVID super early.
Yeah.
And I pointed it out and I got vocal about it. Mm-hmm. And it struck me that there was a pattern and the pattern was sort of interrupted and I knew something was missing. Mm-hmm. Like for me, like I'm pattern oriented, mm-hmm. and I wasn't hearing the ages of the deaths, and they were keeping the ages out of the news, mm-hmm. and it bothered me and it bumped me, and so I would start talking about it, and so I caught on early that this was something, and then it was like lab leak versus wet market and all this stuff, and also it's interesting. It's all stuff I was yelling into the microphone about, but whenever there's a pandemic or something like AIDS, they always go to Africa, because what I'm saying is AIDS is relatively bad in the United States, but it's horrible in Africa. Right? Like, everything's always worse in Africa. So they always go to Africa if there's something going wrong.
I mean, it all depends on what you think AIDS is.
Oh, well, now we're getting really deep. But I'm just going to say, I didn't hear any COVID talk out of Africa. There was no discussion. There was what's going on in Spain, what's going on in Italy.
And the presidents in the countries in Africa that opposed the COVID mandates, they got killed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
I think that was 3 of them. They got killed. They were against it.
They weren't. So I didn't hear any horror stories about Africa. And then I realized it's because they're all young. It's because they're all fit. Like, they're not heavy. They're not old, and a lot of them are on hydroxychloroquine. So they're on something already, and they're young and they're fit, and that's why it's not decimating that population. But I had things that were like indicators to me that made me think this is bullshit or what's going on. Now, I don't know. Was it all just about an election year? Like, what was pushing COVID? Like, and how did all the news agencies get bought in and corrupted? Is that all pharmaceuticals?
I don't know for sure. I wasn't in the meetings, but it's obvious that a lot of countries were working together on this. They were in lockstep. There was a plan. And they were talking about it, like, people, like, deep in the rabbit holes, myself included. I mean, we saw this coming before. We're like, damn, are they going to do a pandemic? Are they going to do a pandemic? They're going to do it. Check this out. They already started in Wuhan. They're going to do a pandemic. Like a fake one. I think it was all fake. I don't think I think it was just the flu. People that had the exact same symptoms. It was the exact same thing. And I think it was all fake. They just hijacked the flu. And because if this was real, jiu-jitsu would have been wiped out. We were the opposite of social distancing, and we never stopped. I have over 200 schools worldwide. We didn't have one person dying, and we're doing the opposite of what they told us to do. We're sweating and dripping every 8 minutes, a new man. And a new dude, just sweating, not just getting close, but squeezing as hard as you can, and not one death. And I mentioned that to Dr. Peter McCullough. He's like, super anti the jab, but he thinks it was like a real thing. And I asked him,
what was a real thing?
He thinks COVID was real. And so I asked him on Alex Jones show, I go, then why didn't nobody in jiu-jitsu, nobody in the UFC, nobody in NFL, nobody in any sport, how come nobody in jiu-jitsu, how come nobody in my schools died? And we did the opposite. And he said, because you developed immunity. I go, if that's true, then why didn't the beginners die? The beginner should have died.
Yeah. Well,
so you sign up for jiu-jitsu, and then you're immune. Why didn't they just tell everybody, sign up for jiu-jitsu? As soon as you sign, you're immune. Nobody died.
It never affected young and healthy and strong people.
The flu kills people. The flu kills people. Old people that have 4 comorbidities.
Right.
And that's what they found. At the end of the day, they found it, and then nobody died of the flu for 2 years.
Right.
Come on.
No,
then the PCR tests are bullshit. They're not checking for viruses. It was all bullshit. The guy who invented the PCR test, he said it was bullshit. He said Dr. Fauci's full of shit. He said it was all bullshit. The tests were bullshit. Like, you got COVID and you weren't even sick. They go, oh, you got COVID. I'm like, I guess I get COVID, but I'm not even sick.
So did we just mobilize so then what happened? So you go, all right, so somebody comes up with the phrase Black Lives Matter, and then the next thing you know, Kmart has an aisle dedicated to Black Lives Matter because they're just mobilizing. They're just doing what they do. The people who make masks. I was leaving a hotel this morning. I looked down and I saw that round sticker that said safe distance or stand here or whatever. That's fucking bullshit. I know, but it's good business for the people who print those things and make those stickers. And it's a good business for the mask people, and it's good business for Purell, and it's good business for CNN. Like, is everyone else just following in on the business side of it?
Yeah, that's definitely happening. But I think the people with the power, call them whatever you want, the elite, Illuminati, deep state, whatever you want to call them, it doesn't matter. The people running this shit, they're not part of a country. They're part of the whole world, and they're all working together. And it's probably, I'm pretty sure, if you had them all in one big room, I'm pretty sure international bankers will be in there. I'm pretty sure, like, whoever owns, like, the biggest media companies and newspaper publications, like the big ones. I'm sure they'll be in that room.
So is this sort of like climate change, and that there's just tons of people who profit from this shit?
It's all bullshit. Yeah,
I know it's all bullshit,
Yeah.
but there's just so much money. It's so much money. Like, you take a look, you take something like climate change, and you go, okay, that's trillions and trillions of dollars. Nothing ever comes out the other end. It's basically the end, the
that
non-governmental
tax. They wanted the carbon tax.
Right.
Oh, that was, that got us closer to world government. The ultimate goal, and it's always been this. Even back in Roman times, the ultimate goal was one world government.
Right. They're always pushing for this, like the Paris climate summit and stuff. The Accord. We're all going to join the UN. We're all going to join the Paris climate summit. Like, we're all going to join. And
like they really care. Right. Oh, they care so much. Why the hell are you guys spraying chemtrails everywhere? You claim it. That's the real climate change. The climate change, they're causing it.
Yeah. So it's like, they fly privately to Davos and do the fucking big climate change thing and all this. Yeah, I know, but it's kind of on us as citizens, because when I started mouthing off about COVID super early on, everyone just attacked me, and I'm like, you fucking pussies, you fucking cowards, what the fuck are you attacking me for? I'm trying to spread a little truth around here, and you're all coming at me. And by the way, you don't work for Pfizer or Upjohn. You're just a citizen, and you're using your voice to attack another citizen who happens to be truthful about this, and I'm speaking up about it.
They're defending Big Pharma. It's unbelievable.
Fucking It's like, it's pathetic. By the way, people want to know, and I'm online calling these people cowards and pussies every 10 minutes. Fuck you. You deserve everything you get, you fucking cowards.
Yeah.
You did this. And if you don't want to do it, then fucking apologize and shut up when the next thing comes down the pike. Sit it out, fucking know-it-all.
Yeah.
But you fucking cowards and pussies, you caved to this because you were scared. Not of COVID, you're scared of the mob.
Yeah.
They all were scared of the fucking mob.
Yeah.
And the big, I had Newsweek writing an article about me and shit like that.
Yeah.
They're fucking cowards. They're all wrong. They never retract anything.
Yeah.
They were wrong about everything. But I don't know if they're just wrong or they're just lying, or whether they attacked Joe Rogan about horse paste or whatever the fuck that is.
They're all working together. They're all working. It's like the mafia. It really is.
Right, but you'll just cash out your dignity for nothing? Like Sanjay Gupta, you just fucking cash your reputation, your dignity for nothing, for a couple of bucks, a fucking paycheck from CNN. It's sad.
He got eviscerated, though, on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Well, he should have.
That was incredible.
Well, first off, when you're lying, it's really hard to wiggle your way out of it. You know what I mean? When you're just fucking lying. And that's all he did, and that's all CNN did. And that's all Newsweek did, to me. They're fucking attacking me. I told everyone I sent a tweet out pretty early saying, look, the only people dying of this thing are old people and sick people, and the rest of you...
Just like the flu.
Rest of you pussies got played.
Just like the flu.
And everyone fucking turned on me.
All they did is put the flu on the bench, and they took over, and they made up some new shit. And all that, in my opinion, all that gain of function research thing at these virology labs, and go, oh, look, they created. I'm like, in my opinion, they didn't create shit. If they could create, if they did, oh man, what a terrible job you did. You got the same numbers as the flu. You go, what a terrible job. Right. What a terrible job you did. But to me, they're just, in my opinion, I think all those emails and all that stuff, or the money's just being stolen. They're not actually working on trying to create a virus that could kill a bunch. They want people to believe that they're doing that. They want it. That's why they push it now. Now they go, because in the beginning, they wanted everyone arguing between what did it come from, a bat, or did it come from an evil scientist? Some people say, oh, it came from an evil scientist. Look, there's money going to virology labs. And then they go, no, we got to really believe that it came from a bat. They wanted you to argue because both of them basically imply that it's real.
Right.
It's real, and that you're going to need the vaccine. So whatever one you believe, you're going to need the vaccine. Instead of, dude, it's just the flu.
Yeah, listen. Again,
the homeless would have been wiped out. They say the homeless would have been. They go, why didn't the homeless get wiped out? Oh, because again, like the jiu-jitsu thing, because they're immune. Go, wait a minute. So you either wash your hands 10 times a day, or you don't wash at all, and you'll be fine. That doesn't make any sense.
I know.
That doesn't make any sense. The homeless would have been wiped the fuck out. They would have been the first to go, and jiu-jitsu would have gone. If I would have had 2 people die of COVID on me, I would have quit.
Right.
I'd say, oh shit, this is real.
Right.
But it's not real. Nobody died. Not one person.
No, not one healthy person.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was sweating on each other and smashing each other.
Listen,
we would have all been dead if that was real.
All right, what do you got in the news department?
All right. Well, this is really scary and not too far from the studio. Up in Valencia at a Whole Foods, a woman who was shopping was subjected to a man who not only exposed himself to her. In the footage, the suspect is seen approaching the female shopper as she kneels down to get something from the shelf. And then he lowers his pants and proceeds to expose his genitals and push them against her ear while holding what appears to be a cell phone. Like, I guess he recorded it. Authorities with the LASD are asking for the public's assistance in identifying this individual. So please, Carolla fans, get out there and find this turd bag. The California Post reached out to the Whole Foods, and the company provided a statement which read, quote, "We are deeply concerned about the incident and that occurred at our Valencia store on March 23rd. The safety and well-being of our customers is our top priority, and we are cooperating fully with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department in their investigation." The suspect is believed to be a man in his mid-30s. He was dressed in a denim shirt and jeans. Did you see this video yet?
Yeah, I'm watching it now. Yeah.
Okay. So, like, if a man was in my space even before he pulled his dong out, I would be like, why are you so close to me in the grocery store?
Yeah, I agree. First off, this guy looks like he has a musk.
Ew.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think you could smell this guy coming your way. There are people who have no radar dish on them, and they kind of go through life. They're like looking at their phone and stuff. Like, my head is on a swivel. I'm seeing cars that don't look right, and dogs that don't look right, and people that don't belong, and I'm always like that way. I'll see people walking. Well, not
They don't even
look
across the street.
Yes, they look at their phone while they're across the street.
Yep.
But there's also those people, like, if I walk with somebody and we're just taking a walk, I will, like, see in the distance, I'll go, let's cross the street. This dude back, I don't like the way this guy's walking or whatever. They go, what are you talking about? You know, and I realize they don't, like, notice at all that the person's, like, drunk or walking weird or looks
Has
like
a cart.
Mental disorders. Yeah.
I think that I have to say that women are guilty of this, I think, more often than men. And if I am constantly, like, driving into my children, you know, the things that you repeat that you feel like nobody listens to you, but they're getting better at it, of, like, situational awareness, like self-awareness and situational awareness.
It's kind of a weird combo for women. I'm 100% that way. I have hypervigilance, and I notice everything for good or for bad, and it keeps me out of car accidents, but it also disturbs me when people are talking outside the studio. So it's something you can't shut off.
Yep.
But women need it more.
Yes.
And they don't have it as much.
Which shocks me. Because
Which is weird, because they're so tuned up with kids. They can hear the kid coughing in the other room at night.
That's scientifically proven to be, like, hormonal, though. Like, there is, like, a hormone and, like, brain balance when you have a baby. How a baby's cry for the first 2 years will literally make you crazy because you know that you need to do something about it.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, in general, it's for them to notice. With the kids.
To be more, or general, it should be for them, like, because we are I say lesser sex with quotations, meaning physical strength and ability.
Not according to Whoopi Goldberg.
Then we should maybe be more vigilant when we're walking down the street and not look at the phone, because we need to preempt anything that could potentially happen to us.
Yes.
And I guess I was raised that way, and I'm trying to raise my girls that way. It just makes sense to me.
When I'm walking down the street, every car I come up on, I have thoughts about.
You should have been a spy.
Like parked cars. I notice all movement, everything that's different. I notice everything.
Are you a spy?
Now,
Comedian and podcast host would be a really good CIA cover.
This poor woman, actually, she's going to come home and she's going to say to her husband, "You'll never guess what happened." And he's going to go, "They were out of capers?" No. "Why are you crying? Because they're out of capers?" And if the guy's really tuned out after she's done saying the crazy man put a dick in my ear, he's going to fold the newspaper and go, "Well, there you go." That's what I'm picturing.
I just feel...
And that's where the real trauma comes in.
Not to victim shame, but please, ladies, be more situationally aware. And also, chase a MFer down if he does this to you.
Yeah.
A guy in Little Italy smacked my butt once, and I chased him 2 blocks and then yelled at a cop to grab him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
and I'm not even a runner.
You have a sense of self-worth that far exceeds society's. No, I mean, that's good. I was thinking
Like,
about
you have to be smart about it. Like, if it's a bigger, scarier guy,
Yeah.
like, maybe don't chase him. He could have a weapon. But,
Yeah.
like, a lot of times when men exhibit this behavior, I don't know, maybe he gets off by women reacting appalled by it or something. But if you're like, "Don't touch me, how dare you," they could have probably stopped the guy.
I'm going to say he's done it before. And I'm going to say they're going to find him because there's just a camera everywhere now. And so good. All right, what else you got?
All right. So apparently you can do a lot of things in the NBA, but if you say that Pride Month is bad, then you're going to get canned. Did you see the story about the Bulls waiving Jaden Ivey after he called NBA's Pride Month celebration, quote unquote, unrighteous? We have some video of it right here.
That the world can proclaim LGBTQ. Right? They proclaim Pride Month in the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness. So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that this man is crazy?
So the Chicago Bulls announced that they were making the move on Monday, saying it was, quote unquote, due to conduct detrimental to the team.
Yeah. Okay. Thoughts. It's weird that sports got more woke than other branches of our society. Like ESPN is a lot more woke than... ESPN could be more woke than CNN.
At this point. But not MS Now.
No,
it's teetering.
No, but CNN changed course a little and put on alternative voices, and their idea. By the way, I do like. It's sort of like The View and CNN. Their idea of fair and balanced is we'll put one guy in between 3 super angry chicks, or maybe 5 angry chicks, and then he can try to defend himself. And now we have a debate. It's it's still tilted pretty hard, but all right. Sports got woke. And I think it's an overcompensation type situation. Like, traditionally, sports were violence amongst each other and domestic. I mean, look, the whole thing is the baseline for sports is we are taking guys that are the worst student in their high school and making them millionaires, and a lot of them are bad dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the base. Then there was a lot of sexism, and there was racism, and it was everything that was wrong with society you could find in sports. And I think the purveyors of sports overcompensate because of it in the other direction.
But they're kind of selective in that compensation because they don't get onto the guy that might have an illegal weapon or committed the domestic violence charge.
No, not at all.
It's the Christian dude.
Yeah, because they're very keen to want to be accepted in our society, and it's also a culture. If you have 70% of the roster's black, having a gun or whatever is not a big deal in their world.
But loving Jesus.
Yeah, well, they do tend to love Jesus more than the white man, I think, statistically. But the point is this. Yes, they fire him. We all know what they're doing. This is woke bullshit. Now, here's the whole thing about the LGBT whatever community. I look at it the same as I look at the Muslim community, which is you can be Muslim or you can be gay. You can't be gay and Muslim, but you could be Muslim or you can be gay. And I have zero thoughts about it and zero problems with it. And I'm also going to say, as much as these assholes would argue this point, America's extremely tolerant to people and their different ideas and their different proclivities and their different ways of life and their different ways of expressing love. We don't want to be force-fed your bullshit all fucking day.
Yeah.
That's what we push back against. We don't push back against Muslims. We push back against mandatory Muslim recognition night at the WNBA or whatever the fuck you're planning next. The LGBT community, fine. You guys have an agenda. And so the thing is go be gay, go be trans, go be whatever the fuck you want. But now you're going to insist that we got to fly the gay flag in front of the courthouse, and now you can fuck off because I don't want to be part of it. You understand? I'm going to be indoctrinated into your bullshit.
Or that the NBA needs to have an entire month.
Right. And by the way, like the Muslims, it's not, we just want people to tolerate us and live. No, you want to foist an agenda. That's what you're doing. If you don't, there's a version of quietly going about your business. This ain't it. You don't need to have the gay flag. You don't need to have Pride Month. You don't need to do the thing on the lawn of the White House. You can just go about your life.
Yeah.
And then people push back, and then you get to claim that they're homophobic and you feel threatened. No, it's because you won't shut up about it.
And what's funny, too, is in a separate video, he talked about how Catholicism is a false religion, and Catholics weren't like, fire him.
Right. And so the NBA,
but they respond to the woke
doesn't give two
leftists.
shits about the gay community, has to pretend they do, just like the NFL and all these organizations. Just like they had to do it with Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, if you notice, all these groups, they're there to agitate. They're not there to be left alone and peacefully practice either the religion or sucking dick.
No, they want you to tolerate, they want tolerance, and their version of tolerance is complete and total acceptance and also doing whatever they tell you to do.
I'll take it a step further. I think if you did everything they wanted you to do, it would never end. It would never end. It would never.
It's like an abusive relationship.
It's like it's an entire leftist thing. It's like, here's what we want. Here and so you look at the whole gay thing. They go, we just want to be left alone and be married and have the same rights as whatever.
We were born this way.
All right.
Yes.
Every time you give them something, what do? Well, we want some 9-foot he-she with his cock tucked between his legs to read to your kids Cat in the Hat. And you go, what? I don't want to do that. And they go, you're
and then
homophobic, are you?
After some people accept that, then they're like, well, we actually want to transition your 12-year-old.
Yeah,
and you're like,
blacks, gays, all those groups are all doing the same shit, which is, you're fine. We're in a good society. Go do whatever you want. Oh, no. They keep pushing, they keep agitating. And when I'm telling you, when people step back and look at these moments, it's not going to be about just give them what they want. What they want is capitulation by you, but it's also, they're just going to keep going. It's a psychodynamic. And it's basically bullshit. All they want to do is complain about everything, and they want to be victims all the time. So they're going to keep pushing until some point you go, no, I don't want those books in my public library. And they go, oh, okay, now we're fighting. Because that's the plan.
Yeah.
The plan is to fight, not to be left alone. So anyway, fuck the NBA, and they don't give a shit about gay pride. And by the way,
I wonder if it was the NBA decision or the Bulls decision, because according to this Fox Sports report, it was the Bulls that was announcing the move.
I get it, but nobody wants any of this anywhere. But you can do it whenever. I just want to go to the sporting event.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see any of the signage for any of this shit.
You want to see a good game.
That's it.
And I guess, I don't know, I'm not really into basketball, but he was averaging over 11 points a game.
That's it.
And 5 rebounds per game before this release. Is that good?
11 points is pretty good. I don't follow it closely enough either, but 11 points is pretty good. Now, we'll see if ESPN, who cares so much about the plight of the black man, we'll see if they rush to his defense. Because I guarantee if a white guy fired the black guy, ESPN loves themselves some black dudes. Let's see if they defend him, because I bet they don't say shit because they're cowards.
Maybe another team should pick him up.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
That'd be
if
nice.
I like people getting jobs based on their qualities and merit, not sympathy hires, but, you know, that might be a good PR move for another team to pick him up.
Nevada's got a team called the Runnin' Christians.
Really?
No. That'd be a good name.
I was like, I didn't know Nevada even had. Does Nevada have a basketball team?
Nah, they don't. But they're gonna. I mean, they got the Raiders, they got the Knights, they got the A's, they got the Oakland A's.
The only pro team in Oklahoma is a basketball team.
Oh, really?
Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nebraska doesn't have any.
Nebraska, but I mean, they have the Huskers. You got good college football, and good college basketball. Apparently, they have a good bowling team too. That's what they're bragging on.
Oklahoma's got the Sooners.
We do, and the Cowboys, but boomer. Okay, next story. This hysterical moment. This lady has some dance moves like I wish I had after a couple of cocktails. Footage shows Miss Grand Thailand competition contestant Darathorn Yuthong, who was frantically dancing in the preliminary rounds of the competition wearing nothing but a swimsuit, as well as other contestants, so we figured you would like this, Adam. She quickly captures the attention of thousands of people watching online. She showed her aggressive hip-hop dance move without any concern for what people think. I guess this was like at the beginning, and they're all supposed to show a little bit of her personality. She's like fully. All of the memes around this were kind of funny.
It's kind of interesting that Thai women are very light, and she isn't light skinned. And there's a lot of Asian with whitening stuff going on. Do you know all about that?
No.
They're Indian. There's the whole thing with Indian women lightening their skin.
That's sad.
Yeah.
But like for like beauty looks, like they think because it's prettier or because it's just a
No, because they
trend?
do a lot of nighttime jogging.
Like they think it's like a beauty. Is that like one of the beauty trends?
Everything women do is a beauty something.
Just don't overpluck your eyebrows, guys. This isn't the only hilarious thing that happened at this.
Do Thai women lighten themselves like Indian women? It's a big. They have all these creams and all. In Indian women, it's a big thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
She was one of 77 women representing all the different provinces in the national pageant. And some people are saying that they love her because she looks like she's genuinely fun to be with. She's the life of the party. And God forbid a girl does what she likes on the dance floor.
Was she, now you watch that tape again, was she 2 shades lighter than every other woman on that stage? I should say darker.
No, I think she was darker.
Yeah. She was darker than every other woman on that stage, and there were 20 women on that stage, right?
There's a lot of women on that stage.
So
I love this. I love how we're watching it in slow mo.
They're all light, and she's darker, which I'm
She
saying.
just looks like she has a nice tan.
I know, but they're doing something.
That's
because
so
they don't
weird.
have a nice tan.
I like to have a tan. Is that weird?
That's your white privilege. All right, so let's say, what they say in India. So I'm saying this may go along with it.
Oh.
She may be a rebel.
She's like a rebel with the skin tone, rebel with the dance moves.
Skin lightening is prevalent in Thailand, driven by historical, social, and commercial factors similar to India. Jesus Christ, how was I a D- student? T minus.
Because they didn't test on things like beauty pageants,
Yes,
lightening their
done
skin.
some pageant testing.
That was not a category in your world history class.
So skin lightening is prevalent in Thailand. So these women are lightening themselves, and the dance to the beat of her own drummer woman is not playing that.
Her name is Darathorn. I hope I'm saying that right.
She's doing her own thing. And I argue that her own thing gets into the skin part, too, which she's not lightening herself.
Good for her.
I agree, because watch it one more time. Every woman on the stage has the same skin tone, except for the one who's dancing her little hiney off. And and for Thai women,
Also good for her to do that in heels.
For Thai women, they look really light, right? All right, Thai women in beauty pageants, light. These women are kind of milky light. This is Thailand.
Did you see the one? This wasn't the only.
Have you done any sex tourist stuff?
No.
All right. Well, I have. And I can tell you this is unnatural.
It's okay. I love how they were like, the assignment is to dance, and she's the only one who took it seriously. The others are just like bopping around.
Yeah.
But this also wasn't the only funny moment from this pageant. There was another contestant who lost her teeth while giving an answer in the Q&A.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
She fully lost her fake pretty teeth.
Oh my God.
And had to pop them back in. The crowd didn't turn on her, though. They applauded. They thought it was great that she
really?
popped him back in and kept giving the answer. I mean, so clearly we need a Miss Congeniality 3 that is solely based on Thai beauty pageants.
We also need an all-natural Thai beauty pageant where they're not lightening themselves.
How about we just do all-natural beauty pageants where none of the contestants anywhere in the world don't do anything fake? That'd be nice.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
here we go. Here's the teeth.
Wow. Yeah, they do weird lighting themselves. I'm sorry, I'm still on it, but I don't know if that's fake teeth or the weird veneer grill thing.
It looked like it was dentures almost, like the glue.
Yeah, but there was stuff under.
No, they started to pop out, and then she kind of took it out, turned around.
Oh, so you don't think she has any teeth?
I think she might, but maybe they're covered. I don't know.
No, that was like a grill.
Really?
Yeah, versus dentures.
I thought a grill was shiny.
That's when black people do it. When Thai people do it, they make it look natural.
Oh, okay. But it's still called a grill?
I don't know. I'm referencing a thing where things go over your teeth.
Yes, I don't think that she was wearing a grill in the beauty pageant. I think she was wearing fake teeth.
All right, I used the term grill. Anyway. Okay. We'll figure it out off the air.
Loud talking and Elisha stepping on his point.
That's
his
right.
favorite thing.
Go to adamcarolla.com for all the live shows. April 10th in Salt Lake City, and then also in San Diego on the 12th, and then I'm all over the place. Phoenix. Check out some new stuff. We got the merch store. Go to adamcarolla.com for all the live stuff there. Alicia Krause, what do we got for you?
Just on the socials and maybe in a city near you soon.
And also Jay Muse, The Murdoch Mysteries. You can check that out as well, wherever you find finer podcasts. And until next time, Adam Carolla, Jay Muse, and Alicia Krause, and me saying mahalo.
We got crows here, Adam. We shoot them. They carry bird flu. I'm starting to wear my MAGA hat. Love your show, Adam.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
I wonder where here is.
Shit, that's a very southern.
I don't think it's like Encino,
No.
Sherman Oaks area.
Madison, Wisconsin. Probably leaving them alone. Yeah.
There's something about shooting stuff. Here, where I'm from, these parts, we shoot people. We average many more people than birds where I'm from. The amount of people that get shot, it dwarfs the amount of birds that get shot where I'm from. And as a matter of fact, you'd probably get into more trouble where I'm from for shooting birds than you would be for shooting people.
You want a good bird to human killing ratio. You know, you want a high bird, low human. That's what you want. I'm from Minnesota.
Right.
A lot of birds. I mean, well, okay, our numbers of humans have gone up drastically in the last couple of months.
Right,
but not as bad as it normally is.
Yeah, you do want a bird to human ratio that's on the happy side with many more birds, because I can say honestly, where I'm from, and in Los Angeles, no one has a gun to go bird hunting.
Yeah.
And the only time they even fire the gun in a direction that's toward the sky versus toward another human being is on the 4th of July. But they still get their way because those bullets come down and kill people, and no bird ever came down.
No.
So Los Angeles and Los Angeles residents, and you know, they're not going bird hunting with a 9mm or a Glock, whatever. But anyway, we've never shot any birds. It's also weird. It's weird when you come from a land that's sort of cultureless. You know, where you're from, there's like ice fishing, or like people go, like I would talk to people and they'd go, oh, we get the day off for deer hunting season when I went to school.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
There's where I'm from, there's no such thing as anything. It's just flat roofs, aluminum windows, bad stucco, dumb people walking around, and that's it. If you grow up how I grew up, you will have a dad that did not own a shotgun or any kind of gun, did not own a fishing rod or bowling ball or any sort of apparel, like, you know, you got to put your winter boots on or you got to get your stuff. Just sort of year round, 80 degrees, people just walking around. Nothing. There was nothing in my dad's closet that would have been, and there was no season, and there's no, hey, we're going, or, you know, we're getting up early Saturday. There's no anything. You just sat. You just walked around. You can go outside and shoot at somebody, but there was no events. There was no snow days. There was no deer hunting. We'd have, the closest we ever got was a smog day. We'd have smog days at school. But smog day was lose because you would have to go to school. You just couldn't do recess or PE.
Yeah.
So now it's me at school who hated the classroom and loved being out on the field, having to just spend more time in the classroom because it was a smog day.
That's the thing about small towns. I'm from Hibbing, Minnesota, and when we would have the snow days, you would get the snow would come in early in the morning or overnight, and then they'd cancel school, but by the time 10:30, 11 a.m. rolled around, everybody had been shoveled out, everybody had the plow come through, so now it's sledding day all day, and now you can just hit the hills for the rest of the afternoon and not have to be at school. Good times. It was good times. We used to bring the guns to school. That's where you had like gun safety training. So you just bring it, you'd leave it, you bring it in, you put it in your locker. You bring like a 20 gauge shotgun and leave it in the locker, and then after school you'd go do your gun safety training, and then you get your certificate 6 months later.
Oh, school teachers would never put up with that. Not in Minnesota anymore. All right, what do you got?
A shocking number of U.S. visas reserved for artists of extraordinary ability are going to OnlyFans creators and other social media influencers. It was once allowed to use John Lennon to stay into the country, but now over half of clients seeking the coveted O-1B visa in recent years are either performers on the pornography platform or some other kind of online influencer.
Why do you need to be in this country to do pornography? Like Czechoslovakia, all you need is a bed and a tripod, right?
Yeah, and as a guy who spends a lot of time in Motel 6s on the road, let me tell you, it's a novelty to hear that European voice every now and again. I like a good American accent, but every now and again, I'm like, I wonder what the Brits are up to sexually. Jump on OnlyFans, British porn, it pops up. You get that, good day.
Yeah, British is the best for porn because what you want in porn, I think, I mean, at least for me, is I want the least likely to do porn. Like, if you really think about porn, what's every guy's porn dream? Well, I want the people who don't want to do porn to do porn. I wanted the cast of Charlie's Angels to do porn, but they wouldn't do porn because they had a job on Charlie's Angels. But there was something about the allure of somebody who really shouldn't have been doing porn. Like, the best compliment you can pay a female porn star is, oh, you don't have to do this. That's the best.
Sure.
That means they're the hottest, right? So the British accent makes them even further from porn because they sound educated.
Yeah.
And I feel like they could be doing something else.
Yeah, and then there's always the one or two people that sneak in that you didn't want to have do porn, like a Tom Sizemore.
Yes.
Where you go, oh, man, Saving Private Ryan, you've fallen from grace, my friend.
He did porn?
Yeah. He did a video of him having sex with, I don't know if they were porn stars or not, but definitely having sex while doing drugs in a hotel room. And I think that was his way, because he was a little off the rocker at the time, and I think that was his way of getting back at his agents and people around him that, quote unquote, didn't support him.
He will be missed. He was an excellent actor.
Amazing.
And he really should become a cautionary tale. Like, kids, don't do drugs. Like, lots of talent, lots of big movies. I mean, the guy's in Heat and Saving Private Ryan. And he came in here once, and he must have been doing some drugs in the bathroom, and he doused himself in talcum powder.
Wow.
Which is a sort of a move. I've done the non-drug version move of that. I've done the move where I'm wearing the khaki pants and I take a leak and I put my dick back in my pants and I dribble on the front of the khaki pants, and there's clearly a spot and I've clearly peed on myself. So the pee in your pants version of this is you go to the sink and you slosh more water.
Yeah.
And then you walk out and you go, man, it didn't come out like a fire hose. I'm going to wash my hands. I took a super dry, precise piss. Super precise.
Yeah.
And then I go to wash my hands and the thing comes out again all over me.
Yep.
He must have gone into the bathroom here to do drugs, and then came out with talcum powder, like literally all over.
Looking like Pigpen from Peanuts.
Yeah.
All over.
Yeah, all over him. And now, I guess in his mind, that would cover his tracks, except for the sink and the water's a feasible hide the urine. Talcum powder on your head is not really feasible. And as a matter of fact, makes me think you did more drugs, you see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, there's also the route that people that were once in movies or had a very good career either go to pornography or stand-up comedy, and I feel like they get more respect when they go to pornography.
Yes.
You know, Screech Powers from Saved by the Bell decided to do stand-up, and that is one of the saddest behind the musics you'll ever watch.
When I did a very early open mic at the Improv when I was, 22 or something, Skippy from Family Ties or whatever was doing
Skippy Pierce
was doing stand-up. Yeah.
Still around. Still tours.
Still
As a
tours.
stand-up, yeah. He goes out with the guy who played Banyan on Seinfeld. It's almost like they have a B character stand-up tour.
And now it's been 30 years, so maybe more than 30 years, so maybe he's just been doing it all along. But at the time, it was that guy from that TV show is doing stand-up now. And now there's like Jeremy Piven, who goes out, but he's fashioned himself into a good stand-up because he works hard at it, so it can happen. So Skippy's still out.
Still out there. I just saw a billboard the other day. They were coming through the Midwest somewhere. Yeah, him and Kenny Banyan. I forget that guy's name. Both decent stand-ups, I'll say that. The guy who played Banyan, I'm spacing on his name, I said, but good dude. I've worked with him. I was early on the show. He was headlining. We sort of ships in the night, but everybody said great stand-up. Mark Skippy Price, I haven't had a chance to work with, but I do see that he's around and people have worked with him and they go, the worst thing about that guy is that he's annoying, is that he's just constantly calling going, can I get a date? Can I get a weekend? And I would much rather have annoying than asshole in a green room.
It struck me because I'm looking at a note that says Drea Di Matteo, obviously from The Sopranos, is turning to OnlyFans. What you want, if you're looking for nudity in the future, you hope that this starlet that you're watching on your favorite TV show takes a turn for the conservative. because what happens is the TV show you're appreciating her on will come to an end. She will then make a few appearances on Hannity and then be blackballed from the industry in Hollywood, unable to work anymore. And then will have to turn to porn or OnlyFans. If she keeps it to the left, she can keep working in Hollywood and never gonna have to take her clothes off. But Drea Di Matteo took a turn for the conservative, and now if I know conservatives and I know Hollywood, there's no more work for her.
Sure.
Because they love punishing people for opinions they have that are different than their own, while simultaneously complaining about McCarthyism. That's awesome.
Yeah. Good friend of show, Chef Andrew Gruel. Andrew, you got that graphic from Senator Kirsten Gillibrand? She put up recently, we'll get the tweet here in just a second, but Andrew Gruel making the waves on X. She writes, I have to go down there, you can tell the graphic that Chef Andrew Gruel put up. But she wrote, okay, let's see the simulation for yourself. I'm sorry, my eyes are so goddamn bad now.
Well, it's really small.
Yeah, I challenge Secretary Rollins to eat 3 meals a day on $15. Show the American people. So,
somebody said you could feed.
Absolutely. Andrew Gruel comes out with a graphic that says $13.49 a day. That's 3 meals a day plus 2 snacks. And he breaks it down. Eggs, toast, and yogurt for breakfast. Apples and peanut butter, late morning snack. Chicken breast salad for lunch. Cheese and nuts or nut butter for snack. 8-ounce braised beef and rice for dinner. And then an ice cream for dessert that leaves a little couple extra dollars for wiggle room and more.
Okay, here's the deal, everybody. I don't give a fuck how much it costs to feed you or your kids. It's you and your kids. So figure out a way to feed yourself. That's not the government's job, Kirsten. I know you guys look at your constituency and poor people, and especially black people, is flawed in some way, and that you have to be like out of a Dove soap commercial where you're taking the seawater birds that are covered in oil and putting them in and cleaning them with your cleaning solution because you are you have become their guardians. They don't need you, and they don't do well with you as guardians. They do well when they're swimming in the open sea or soaring in the sky, not you looking after them. They're not damaged goods. They can get their own IDs, and they can get their own food, and they can take care of their own kids. And as I've screamed on this show and any other show for a million years, it doesn't cost, when you do this, it's a food desert, and they don't have access to whatever. Okay. They don't have access to Haley Baldwin's smoothie or whoever who made that smoothie over in Irwan over there for like a $27 smoothie. Who made the $27 smoothie? Haley Bieber.
Oh, sure.
Haley Bieber had like the $27 smoothie that you could get at Irwan in Santa Monica. Okay, they don't have access to that. Neither does anybody. I mean, that's out of the reach of all Americans. And even the ones who have the money like I do wouldn't fucking waste it on that shitty smoothie. Okay, but everyone, the most healthy thing you can eat is a hard-boiled egg. That doesn't cost anything. You can do that. You can do an apple and a hard-boiled egg and some carrots and some celery and some bread and some rice and some beans. Anybody can do that financially. So this whole thing where it's like they don't have access. No, you guys want to let them use their food stamps at Jack in the Box. Mm-hmm. That's your plan. Yeah. That's what you guys want. And when they don't want to be able to buy pineapple soda with it, you guys get your fucking panties in a bunch. That's you guys poisoning them. I'm saying get a budget together, be healthy, cook and again, lean ground beef, rice, beans, an onion, a bell pepper chopped up, a garlic, whatever, a little olive oil. It doesn't it's not a price thing. It isn't. And you guys sit around and argue over it all the time. Okay, fuck it. It's not $13.49. It's $17.21. I don't give a fuck. Don't have kids if you can't take care of the kids. And by the way, the government is going to be in charge. The one who invented the old food pyramid and feeds institutional slop to kids at schools for their free meals. You guys are going to be in charge of what the kids eat? I don't know if that's a great plan.
Yeah, the next time you walk into a grocery store and somebody comes up and goes, hey, man, a little down on my luck, and you buy me some lunch, say, sure. And when they walk up with a bag of Doritos and a 2-liter Mountain Dew, say, I'm not buying that for you, and watch everybody spin their heads and go, well, what an asshole you are.
Oh, and I want to say this, too. When you're poor, you don't get to eat how you want.
Absolutely.
You do not get to go to a steakhouse 3 nights a week. When I was poor, it was, first off, the top of the steakhouse was Sizzler. You couldn't do, that was where it ended. Sizzler was the most expensive, nicest place my dad would ever go to. But we were always poor. You know, my grandfather didn't have any money. He'd make a huge pot of chicken paprikash, you know. It's just he'd first off, you got to burn some calories. You cook it. You do it. Yeah, you can go to a restaurant and have someone else do it, but you're going to pay for someone else to do it. If you ever went out to the restaurant, it would always be like, we're not doing an appetizer and a drink. I mean, when I was a kid, it was zero. But even when I was 25, if I ever went out to dinner, it wouldn't be appetizer and a glass of wine. It would be a glass of wine or an appetizer, probably neither, because there's not enough money to go around. Let the fucking people figure it out. And the kids are all fucking fat anyway. So whatever you're doing it wrong. And yes, a hard-boiled egg, while it's the best thing for you, it's not appetizing. It doesn't intrigue people. They don't want to do it. But by the way, you know what else doesn't feel good? Push-ups. Push-ups don't feel good, but you need it, and kids need it, and neither does jogging, and neither does a little bit of wind, a little gravity, a little something pushing back at you, but it's all necessary. So fuck right off. And by the way, who are you? When did we enter this world and this relationship with the government when it's like, hey, we need free buses, we need free daycare, we need free K through whatever, we need free college, we need free food. Oh, I didn't sign up for this. I never thought that was the deal. Nobody I ever grew up with thought that was the deal. The deal was, you have kids, they're your kids, you pay for your kids. If something fucking happens and a tree falls on you and you're confined to a wheelchair and you lose your job, then the government will be a safety net to help you out for a finite period of time. While we find you a job that you can do from a desk in your wheelchair. That's it.
Yeah. Also, a little bit of eating poor might take a couple of pounds off you. You know, it might be nice. It's probably good for your liver and for your innards to maybe cut back on some of the calories.
Jesus Christ! I had a job framing a house in Malibu, which is gone now because of the fires. But this fires were like from 25 years ago. But we could not. We're up on the top of the hill, and there was no Mickey D's run, and there was no Taco Bell run. You had to pack your own shit. And I was a poor bachelor, and making a world-class sandwich was like way out of range. Cheese and deli meat was high end.
Iceberg lettuce on a sandwich? What?
I would have had to buy things and toast things. First off, the components: mayonnaise, mustard, pickles, relish.
Little flag in there, the toothpick.
It all out of range. So what I do? I would bring 2 hard-boiled eggs, an apple, and a little box of raisins. And then every day at lunch, we would sit down on the back terrace, and guys who were married, they'd open that little squatty thermos. I miss the squatty thermos, not the tall boy.
Not the
one
Stanley.
You put the stew in, the stew thermos, you know? And they'd open it up, and they'd be eating it because their wife made them stew, and I'd be like, that smells good, man. That's savory. And the other one have a nice big pastrami sandwich, and I'd have a hard-boiled egg and a raisin, and it fucking sucked. But I was eating healthier with my apple, my hard-boiled egg. It was all just shit I could buy and throw in a bag and leave and not have to make in the morning, at 6 a.m. or whatever. But you do eat healthier when you're on a fucking budget.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't trust anybody who never had to mix skim milk and chocolate milk because their parents wouldn't let them drink straight up diesel chocolate milk.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Stepped on it.
Yeah. You had to crush it a little bit. You'd go half and half because if my stepdad ever caught us just drinking full on chocolate milk without a half filled white milk in it, lose his goddamn mind.
Yeah. I thought there's no such thing as orange juice unless it came in a frozen tube, like a frozen
like a
poster tube.
Pop it open, yeah.
And also, I go back. I never was down with this, but half the friends I had did the 50-50 ratio with milk and powdered milk.
Oh, really? Wow.
That's some fucking slim pickings, man.
Brutal. I've never had it. I don't think I've had powdered milk before.
I've said this and I'll say it again. If you cannot afford milk, which is sustenance to all mammals start off suckling milk. They all drink milk. Aquatic creatures, mammals drink milk. I think one of the definitions, I'm looking at you guys in the booth, but I think the number one definition being a mammal is drinking milk.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah.
All right. If milk is a bridge too far, we need to take your fucking kids away. Literally, mother's milk. Like if milk is too exotic and too expensive for you as a family, the kids are going to a fucking home. As a matter of fact, if you can't feed your kids, they should be taken away.
Yeah.
If a bird couldn't feed its its chick, we would just go, someone's got to take that bird out of the nest because the mom can't feed it, right?
The next time we go to Wisconsin, we'll swing by a Quick Trip and we'll get some milk in a bag, and then I'll get on all fours and hang that bag from my stomach, and then Ace, you can lay on your back and suckle it.
Hold on, I'm getting hard. Jesus Christ. There's some. Yeah, is drinking milk or nursing?
Drinking and producing milk is one of the main characteristics of mammals.
All right. All right. So anyway, poor mammals, your kids should be taken away if you can't do it. But here's the good news. You can do it.
Yeah.
You're choosing not to do
Absolutely.
it. But you can fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
You just need a little motivation. And stupid politicians screaming at people telling you to feed your own kids is not good motivation for you.
Yeah. Much the same way Dana Gould doesn't know how to use ChatGPT. I don't know how to use Grubhub. I've never used a DoorDash. I've never used Uber Eats. I don't understand the people that do it when especially there's a grocery store right down the street. It costs you a fraction of what you pay every single month to have food delivered to you.
I've railed against this since the inception. My ex-wife was super lazy and loved to just waste money on all that shit. And of course the kids are always just going along for the ride, so I could never talk anybody out of it in my own home. And plus I was on the road half the time, so they're just fucking laughing at whatever decree. And they never had any kind of respect for me when I said, I don't like this and I'm paying for everything, so could we not do it? They would just do it. You cannot price, barrier. The only thing that stops most lazy Americans from this behavior is price. Once you get rid of price, as in I'm paying for everything, now it's really out the fucking window. Now we're just left with character, and people don't have character.
Yeah.
But I think it's a slippery slope. I look at all these food deliveries and all these Grubhubs and most anything where they go, we'll come to your home and I don't even like cleaners coming to my home, but we'll come and we'll detail your car and we'll come and we'll wash your thing and we'll come and we'll give you a massage. You don't have to come to us. Everything is come. To me, I think of that as the first time somebody who snorts cocaine, like Charlie Sheen, I talked to Charlie Sheen. At some point, somebody says, why don't we smoke it? Now, you should go, no.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna snort it, because once you cross into that threshold of smoking cocaine, now your fucking life is ruined, and it's all encompassing, and it takes you over. And that's what delivering fast food to your fucking house should sound like to you. You're crossing over into a threshold of lethargy and morbid obesity, and you won't be able to come back from that. So just make a simple rule. I don't have pizzas delivered. If I ever order a pizza, I go get the fucking pizza. And people are like, let the guy bring it. And I'm like, I don't want to. I'll go get it. Hey, half the fucking time they drop it off, you assholes go, oh, they forgot the anchovy. It's like, well, if you go pick it up, you can kind of solve that.
Yeah.
When you do it. But also, you need to be engaged in the process. Like, you need to be part of the pizza process. It's not all His Royal Highness has summoned food. Like, I want you walking over to the place, picking the stuff up, bringing it back. I mean, you need to have some skin in the game, like a little foreplay as well.
It teaches you time management. Like the people I see that do the Target pickup, I'm going to order my groceries and then have them bring it out to the car. It might be a time saver, but it feels like a dignity killer. You haven't had to figure out a way to be able to manage your time enough that you can walk through a grocery store. If anything, as a parent with children, that should be your 40 minutes away from everybody. I got to run to the grocery store. I'll be right back. And that's your time to just chill and put some earbuds in and listen to some music and walk through the grocery store and enjoy yourself. Instead, you order it and then you sit in your minivan for 25 minutes while you wait till the person puts it all in a bag and then brings it out to you.
Outsourcing feeding your kids and outsourcing making food and outsourcing cleaning your place and outsourcing cleaning your car and outsourcing folding your clothes or whatever that thing is, it's not good. Look, I'll make rare exceptions. If you're fucking Elon Musk and you're figuring out a way to colonize Mars, then fine, free up a little more time walking down the frozen food aisle and focus on that. But for the rest of you dingbats, get the fuck to work. By the way, breaking news, according to my screen, House Oversight Committee votes to recommend holding Bill and Hillary Clinton in contempt of Congress for failing to comply with subpoenas for testimony in their Epstein investigation.
Wow.
For reference, Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro both jailed for doing the same thing. I don't know, when is the world going to catch up to the Clintons and like all their fucking bullshit? And it's also a thing too where it's like, it's weird because even if they're brought to justice now, they essentially had a 50-year run of just doing whatever the fuck they wanted. The Clinton Foundation and getting billions of dollars and all this thing. It's really bad. I mean, I don't know. Bill Clinton and Barack Obama are like the two greatest heroes to the left. I don't know that either. And I say their Mount Rushmore is like Fauci and Clinton and Obama. And I don't think history is going to be kind to any of those fucking idiots. But anyway.
Yeah. They get Monica on the jury. That'd be nice, huh? Yeah. Speaking about rich and entitlement, I don't know if you saw this article that came out. Brooklyn Beckham slammed parents David and Victoria in shocking post, says he knows the truth. After
Brooklyn is the son.
The son, yep.
Yeah.
After months of speculation about a rift in the family, Brooklyn broke his silence in a shocking, lengthy Instagram story detailing what he says is an ongoing attempt by his parents to sabotage his relationship in the name of publicity. A source close to the situation tells people that Brooklyn and his wife, I believe I'm saying this right, Nicola, never wanted any of this. He says, I do not want to reconcile with my family. I am not being controlled. I am standing up for myself for the first time in my life.
So part of his beef was on his wedding. His mom sort of stole his thunder by having a few pops and doing a kind of dirty dance with him on the first dance, which is a weird. That's also kind of a weird complaint. Like your mom had a couple glasses of wine and was hamming it up for the crowd kind of thing. Like that's a weird thing to be put off by. It means you're kind of a bitch and a complainer.
Yeah, also-
by the way, who paid for the fucking wedding?
Yeah, at 26, you should know your mom well enough. Like, it'd be one thing if she had never displayed this sort of behavior and was very prim and proper, but she shook her ass around Great Britain and the United States for the last 30 years. Give her a little leeway here.
Yeah, my mom was spoiled spice. Spice will go bad at a certain point. You have to throw away cumin and nutmeg and things like that. There is an expiration date, so my mom was past hers. But yeah, it would have been nice if my mom paid for my wedding and looked good in a skirt and had a few drinks and had a good time up there.
Yeah.
But Spoiled Spice did not do that. So, and by the way, my mom never fucking cooked and never gave me any money for food. I just went around and found food.
If you want to give me welfare.
You got to get with my friend. Yeah, all right. So the Clintons now, that'll be interesting. It's always fun when people defend. Now people are going to come out and defend the Clintons as well. They're both fucking horrible. And I don't really even, I don't know. Would you guys say this is a fair statement? I think Michelle Obama is worse than Barack Obama, and I think Hillary Clinton is worse than Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
I think they're both more angry and more fucked up and will try to do more damage and probably hate this country more. They both have, both the males have good qualities and were sort of corrupt. And, you know, Barack Obama's a race hustler and made a lot of bad decisions, but he has good qualities. And Clinton has good qualities as well as did a lot of horrible shit. I don't see Hillary Clinton or Michelle Obama as having good qualities and being fucking horrible. I just see him as being horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird that those two guys like this. I was thinking about Obama yesterday. I was on a walk thinking about him, and, you know, they try to get into the podcast realm, and I think he just went, oh, fuck this, I'm out. You guys, you take care of this. I don't need, I was in the public eye for so long. I don't need a podcast. I don't need any of this. You guys do it. And Michelle just sort of took off running with it. And as you say, as definitely, when it comes down to, you know, the scales of justice of which one is on the good side and the bad side, it's crazy to think that Michelle Obama would be somebody that could be compared to Barack and go, she's actually the shittier one of the two.
Yes, she is. And Hillary, definitely, because she doesn't have any upside.
Yeah.
She's just fucking angry and weird and lies a lot. So Brooklyn, good. What do they do for money, though? That's like kind of the question. Like you're removing yourself from your income source, and that seems like not a great strategy for a kid. Although the other kids have to look at, you know, you just got a 33% bump in your inheritance.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you got to be rooting for that. Like if you are one of the other kids, if you were smart, like if you were, like, let's say, I don't know, they have 3 kids, they're worth, you know, $200 million. It's all going to be whacked up 3 ways. If you talk, like if I was a financial planner of the stars, of the children of the stars, could be a good job for me. And they came in and they went, I want to have a consultation with you, financial planner of the children of the stars. I go, well, I did a little research on your family, and their worth is $200 million. Now you have 2 other brothers and sisters or whatever it is. So theoretically, whatever gets left behind, $100 million, $150 million, we're going to have to whack it up 3 ways. Unless you, now, I know you think I'm going to talk about municipal bonds and T-bills and long-term investments and the Nikkei average. I'm not talking about any of that. You got to fuck up one of your brothers and sisters. You got to go talk to your mom.
Get a bug in their ear.
Tell them that your sister or your brother got drunk and told everyone your pussy stunk at a party. And not for nothing, I just thought you should know. Now, anyway, Mommy, would you like more carrot cake? And then she's going to fucking push back. And the next thing you know, there's going to be a blowout. And you got to go, when that brother or sister, when they marry at some point, you got to go find the in-laws and poison them, and then poison the spouse of that person, of your brother and sister, and then eventually there's a blowout and they got cut off, and you got way more than the stock market could ever bring you in terms of your investment return, because now instead of whacking up $100 million 3 ways, we're now whacking it up 2 ways.
Yeah.
So now you're getting 50 instead of 33, and now it's time to go to work on the one remaining kid, right?
That's right, yeah.
Before you know it, boom.
Yeah.
All here.
Rising tides don't raise all ships, but a sinking brother means I get a new yacht. So.
Well, this is interesting. Brooklyn Beckham's father-in-law is Nelson Peltz, billionaire investor. See, it is a thing. There was that one time that San Francisco all-star linebacker just walked away. Like 2 seasons of Pro Bowl, and then it's like, I'm walking away.
Niners, right?
Yeah. Yep. And he just walked away. And I looked at him and I was like, oh, his dad's got money. Because everyone, Ray Lewis's dad, I'm guessing.
Yeah. You mean the same guy who shot a dude in cold blood in the middle of Baltimore? What?
Wasn't financially independent and well-to. And as a matter of fact, just the opposite. They're a bunch of brothers and sisters. And Michael Irving did not have a dad who was wealthy. Yeah. But he did have a lot of brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews. And that means you got to stay in the game. Yeah. I don't care what concussion you're on. You're suiting up, right? Yeah. But this guy's dad was a Wall Street guy, like had a financial firm. The linebacker, and he's like, 2 years of smacking my head against other guys, I'm done.
We're good.
Right. And so Brooklyn Beckham, I was watching the story, and I'm like, this guy's walking away from millions of dollars. I don't know if he has a job. Yeah, but you
got a second safety in that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I had to pay for my fucking father-in-law's funeral. That was literally, Jesus Christ. Chris Moreland, 49er. I mean, what did he play? 3 years? He didn't play more than 3 years, I don't think.
I thought it was 2, but yeah, you're right. It may have been 3.
I guessed 2, but he was a standout and in line for a nice contract and stuff, but he didn't want to be concussed anymore.
Yeah, Andrew Luck, same thing, right? Didn't Andrew Luck walk away?
Yeah.
And that was, man, you got to really, really know yourself well enough and say, I know what I can do outside of this game to walk away from that sum of money.
I know what my dad does.
Yeah.
1 season. He just had 1 season.
2014.
That was it,
drafted by the Niners, and then quit due to concerns about head trauma.
Just one. Well, you need your head later when you're counting money, but if you're running from the cops, you don't really need to be all there. You don't need all your faculties to fight cops, but if you're counting money, you need those brain cells. 1 season. So the guy started as a rookie then, I guess. And
did he quit mid-season, or was it like halfway through?
It felt like more than just 1, but maybe I'm wrong. And started as a rookie. And anyway, he's with his dad's firm now, I'm sure. But listen, if Mr. Pavich or Mr. Carolla had 2 dimes to rub together in a successful firm, then we may not be successful touring comics today.
Sure.
I'd be sitting in my dad's old corner office with the mahogany desk, and you would be too. So thank God we got these 2.
That's right.
All right. Next weekend in New York, Thursday, 29th, I'll be at Rodney's doing a fun live podcast there with Anthony Scaramucci, and I'll do a stand-up show after that. It was fun. And then me and Megan are sold out over on Friday, but then Saturday, still a couple tickets left for the Kennedy Center in D.C., 2 shows on Saturday night. Stand-up shows. You go to adamcarolla.com for all the live shows. Rudy's got live shows.
I do, yeah. Wednesday, I'm going to be in Cincinnati. Thursday, Columbus, Ohio. And then the weekend, Friday, Saturday, catch me in Toledo. And then I'll be in Florida with you all the first week of February.
Looking forward to it. Until next time, Adam Carolla here for Greg Fitzsimmons and Rudy Pavich saying mahalo.